Okay, now we're going to run Eclipse. For that, we're going to go into SE320 IDE Eclipse and double-click the Eclipse executable there. So we're going to do that. SE320 IDE Eclipse executable. Okay, and when it runs, when it asks you for workspace location, select SE320 workspace. This is where our source code will go in. And let's do that now. SE320 workspace. That's where our project and source code will be. So the first time we run it, click on the curved arrow that says workbench, which is on the left here. You wouldn't have to scroll because your screen size would be larger. So this is Eclipse. And then now we're gonna add the Slick and LWJGL libraries to Eclipse. And you would need to do this only once for your workspace. And how we're gonna do it is click on the Window Preferences menu and open the Preferences dialog. Window Preferences, yeah, we opened that dialog. Select Java, Build Path, User Libraries from the tree on the left. Java, Build Path, User Libraries. And then create a new user library called Slick by doing click New, type Slick, and click OK. So let's do that. New Slick. Do not set system library. So OK. So we see Slick here now. And then add the following jars in here. These jars. And in here, this jar. So this LWJGL jar also exists in here, but we're not going to use that one. We're going to use it from the LWJGL folder. Okay, so how are we going to do that? When the Slick entry is selected in User Libraries dialog, click Add Jars. So it is selected. Just click one more to make sure. Add Jars. And then select the jars you want to add and click Open. So we're going to go to Slick lib and select those jars. Let's go to SE320 libs Slick lib IBXM Jorbis and Slick jars. Okay, as you can see, we added them under Slick. And then we're gonna go to here and add a WJGL jar. Let us do that. As you can see, a jar is not available now. We're gonna have to select Slick again and say Add Jars, libs, LWJGL jar, LWJGL jar. Okay, so we added the necessary jars. And what do we do next? Repeat this for all the jars. We did that. We didn't use it from here, but we used it from there. Good. Do not close the preferences dialog yet. We will do some adjustments on the libraries in the next step. Okay. So we need to add the source attachment to Slick jar so that when we look at the source code inside the library, we can see it, and we can also have the Java docs working with it. So under the Slick jar in the list, double-click source attachment. None. Let's do that. So where Slick jar is down here, we're going to double-click the source attachment. Okay, we did that. And it says click external folder and select SE320 lib Slick source. Okay, let's do that too. External folder, SE320 lib Slick src. Okay, as you can see, it came here. Say OK. Okay, and then what else are we gonna do? So this way we can see all the Slick source code and its Java docs while coding. We'll see that later. So add the Java docs in the native libraries to LWJGL jar. So under LWJGL jar in the list, double-click Java doc location none. Let's do that. LWJGL jar, Java doc location, double-click. Then select Java doc in archive and external file. Let's do those. Java doc in archive. An external file is selected. And click Browse next to Archive Path. So Archive Path, Browse, okay, and what are we going to select here? Select, oh, this is the wrong folder. libs lwjgl docs 281 zip. So we're gonna select that zip now. Oops, it was here. And libs the docs zip that we didn't extract. SE320 libs lwjgl docs. So open and we say click OK. Alright, so now we have Java docs. And then under lwjgl jar in the list, double click native library location. Native library location, okay. And then we're going to say external folder, and then select the lwjgl native Windows, since you're in Windows. If you're in Linux or Mac OS X, you select the appropriate directory. So external folder, Windows. Let's do that. External folder, computer C320 libs, lwjgl native. So as you can see, there's Linux, Mac OS X, Solaris, Windows. We're gonna select Windows. Say OK, and then OK again. So now you see we have Java location and native library location set for this one, and we got source attachment set for this one, and that's all. And yeah, we did that. So we verified these, and we say OK to close the preferences dialog. Okay. So we need to do this only just once for our workspace. We don't have to do it again. This is 789, which was add the libraries and add the source and Java docs and the native libraries, native files. So from now on, we don't have to do it. This will make our job easier when we want to add Slick to our projects. Okay, next step. So now we will create a sample Slick application to make sure everything is working.